Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us at the Chelsea Sharks team announcement presser ahead of our first Currie Cup match, which is tomorrow, the 11th of March, Hollywood Bets Kings Park against the Griffons. With us, we have Chelsea Sharks Currie Cup head coach, Joey Mongalo. I'm now going to open the floor for questions. Mike, go ahead.
Morning, Joey. Shall I go, Mike?
Go ahead.
Hello, morning, Joey. How are the nerves and bit of excitement, a bit of nerves. How are you feeling about the big kickoff of the Currie Cup?
Morning, Mike. I think you nailed it on the head. It is exactly like the middle ground between the two. There's a nervous excitement with me and with the team and the coaching group. The nerves come from not knowing exactly what we're going to get out of there, because we just want the team to settle and get cohesion as soon as possible in the game. And then obviously the excitement is in the quality of player that we're coaching. So we're hoping that they can gel as soon as possible.
I hope so.
Thanks,
you.
Mike.
Marnus, you can go ahead.
Hello. It is Marnus here, coach. Yeah, net maybe and firstly it must actually be nice to have now seniors like I know Lionel and Anthony and those guys. It must have also like a massive influence, have now seniors with now youngsters, coach.
Yeah, hello, Marnus. I agree with you. It's like a melting pot. This team is almost the way that I've seen it, because we've got like a handful of under 20 players who are in the mix, which helps a lot, which does a lot for Sharks rugby, which means we're developing our own, which any good union in the world wants to do. And then you've got like 2 or 3 club players who would have never thought they'd play in a Currie Cup game, who might get a debut tomorrow. And then, like you've rightfully said, Marnus, you get some experienced guys in a Lionel Cronier, for example, who gets an opportunity to lead in his actions and also to lead us tactically on the field, because there's probably nothing that will happen tomorrow that he hasn't seen. And that's what we've said to the guys. There's only 2 or 3 guys that must be thinking for the group. The rest of them must just play. We don't need 15 thinking people. We need 2 or 3 to think, and the rest just to offer effort and show that they take pride in playing for the Sharks.
Next question. Mike, go ahead.
Joey, obviously the way you probably start the Currie Cup might determine how you play to a degree, because you still need guys to gel, and it's but just in general, your rugby philosophy. You're in charge of the Sharks now. How do you like to play? Obviously winning rugby, but yeah, just a bit about your approach to the game.
Good question, Mike. So I would say that it's a combination of a couple of things. One is I'm very fortunate to have been exposed to different styles. So when I was at the Super Rugby with the Lions and Coach Swayze was coaching there, I got to see what a fast tempo game can look like and what success you can get from an attack-minded game. The experience at the Bulls with the URC was of a forward-dominated maul game with physicality, good defense. So I got to see that. And then at the Sharks, it's about respecting what we're getting, the type of player group that we have, and also the conditions. If people haven't played in Durban, it's quite different to playing anywhere else in the country. So I think a combination of using past experience and also the conditions that are gifted or they're given to us here in Durban, we've got to play the best possible rugby for those. And then lastly, for me, obviously, I'm a defense coach by a career defense coach, what I've been doing for the last 12 years. I'd obviously want the team to defend in a way that structurally looks good, but also the character of the group, that they show that they care about each other by the way they defend tomorrow.
Awesome, thanks.
Yanni, you can go ahead.
Thank you very much, Navasni. Thanks, Joey. My apologies, I arrived a few minutes late if the question has been asked. I'm looking into the team. It's obviously a good mix of URC and other players, and I heard the back end of what you explained about the mix. Is this in line? The Lions just said the same thing. Is this in line with a general trend in South Africa that there's definitely going to be a bit more of attention and focus on the Currie Cup than it was last year?
Yeah, yes, Jan. So I'll probably answer yours twofold. I think the one specifically for us, I think what I used earlier, I spoke about a melting pot. For us is like some of our best juniors are getting a look. Some of the best club rugby players in Durban who never thought they'd play in a Currie Cup are getting a look. And then also then you've got a Lionel Cronje who's seen this picture so often. So it's a really good melting pot. And I think the key to that is, and we said it today in the meeting, is how quickly can we settle? How quickly can we find cohesion? And I think that's the biggest thing for us. So coaching quality is one thing, but you need time to coach quality. So for us, we're hoping that the more time we spend together, the more we'll unearth the best of that quality. And then the big thing for me, Jan, when you speak about the Currie Cup, I get touched when people question the merit, the quality, whatever it is of the Currie Cup, because I'm thinking to myself, if you offer Dave Nasaforu, the head of rugby at Ireland, and you say, here's a competition where your next best players, your next best coaches, your next best management can be in a high pressure situation for 16 weeks in a row up into the final, would they take it? They'd jump on it. So for me, I think in Afrikaans they say, Monique klaar met die wit brood onder die arm. We've got a great product. There's no need for us to look down on the Currie Cup. It's a fantastic competition. It's the place where the next best guys to play URC to become Springboks. It's their breeding ground. So I'm very proud to be coaching this competition, and I feel strongly about it being elevated to the prestige that it deserves.
My follow-up to that is, and it's an obvious thing, is the goal is everybody wants to win and everybody wants to win the Currie Cup. What other goals do you hope to get out of the Currie Cup, both as a coach and as a team?
Yeah, it's good. I would say personally as a coach is to grow as a head coach as well. Like I've said, I've been doing defense for 12 years, but a desire of mine is to grow as a head coach in a similar mold to a Jacques Nienaber, who's a head coach, defense coach. I like that mold. So I want to grow that, learn what it's like in the boardroom, learn what it's like dropping players, selecting players. So all those mixes that you don't see as an assistant coach, you get protected from. I want to really grow in that space. So that's me personally. And then for the union is almost to build a junior base that we don't have to go shop so much outside, but that we can know that our junior team, for example, where JP Peterson is coaching, they've beat Western Province last week, they beat the Bulls the week after that, and now they've got the Lions. So if we can get a junior system that's growing and those can come through and use the Currie Cup as a platform to show us and themselves that they can play at the next level, then we'll be winning. So for us as an organization, winning it definitely matters. You never enter into a competition if you don't want to win it. But probably secondary is to say, well, how can we grow our own as soon as possible, and both on our own management, coaching, and player-wise.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Percival, you can go ahead.
Navashni, thank you so much for the opportunity. Coach Joey, if I'm late, I apologize, sir. Congratulations with your appointment, though, sir.
Thank you very much, Percy. I appreciate it.
So, Coach Joey, you opened the door for me to ask some Afrikaans questions with your phrase about the brood onder die arm, meneer. Coach Joey, kan ek jou vinnig vra? Ek het die voorreg gehad om aan die einde van die verlede jaar met jou te praat op die Springbok toer, en jy het gesê dit was 'n besonderse groot voorreg vir jou gewees om baie vlakte te leer en saam met daai afrigters te toer. Nou as jy in beheer van die Sharks is as 'n Currie span, wat is Coach Joey se doelwitte met die Sharks? En dit is natuurlik 'n groot uitdaging, soos jy in Engels gesê het.
Jy's reg, Percy. Dit is 'n groot uitdaging. Want dis 'n unie met trots. Oor die jare was almal daar's 'n klomp mense wat vir die Sharks wil speel, en Sharks is 'n trotse plek, Durbanite, trotse mense. So om te sê ek is 'n hoof van die Currie span is iets wat ek nie ligtelik opvat nie. Dis 'n massive responsibility. En dan oor die ervaring met Rassiele, ek moet vir jou sê, dit was seker die beste week van my hele lewe. Ek sal dit nooit vergeet nie. Ek dink ek het soos 80 bladsye vol geskryf van al die goed wat ek geleer het in daai omgewing. En dis presies wat ek probeer toepas. Hulle, waar die similarities is, hulle kry ook 'n span met net 2 of 3 weke te prep vir 'n wedstryd. Ons is amper dieselfde. Hierdie sal die eerste keer wat hierdie groep saam speel, en hulle sal amper nooit weer saam speel nie. So een van die grootste lesse wat ek moet leer as 'n coach in die omgewing is, jy gaan amper nooit dieselfde span kan coach nie. Ek hou van continuity in selection, maar ongelukkig gaan hierdie omgewing dit nie toelaat nie. In terme van die change, die rate of change gaan groot wees. So ek moet nou leer hoe om te boks, hoe om planne simplistiek te hou, laat enigiemand kan in daai planne inval. Ek het nou mondvol gesê, ek hoop dit help.
Coach, my laaste vraag in Afrikaans dan. Jy het spesifiek in Engels gesê jy's 'n afrigter wat ons almal ken, jy spesialiseer in verdediging. Maar hoe gaan jy as 'n afrigter, hoofafrigter nou die balans reg kry tussen daai verdediging en ook om 'n hele span te bestuur? En die tweede deel van my vraag, coach, kan ek net vra, sê gou vir my die Curriebeker. Jy het met passie gepraat oor hoe belangrik hierdie Curriebeker kompetisie is nog. Ek wil egter vir jou challenge en vir jou vra, is daar nog werklik nog 'n aptyd vir Curriebeker onder die ondersteuners en selfs die spelers selfs in 'n wêreldbekerjaar wat so besig is?
Yes, ek het die tweede deel onthou, so ek sal die tweede eers antwoord, dan moet jy net help oor die eerste deel na dit.
As reg, coach.
Ja, die Curriebeker, wat ek gesê het, Percy, is ek kan nie sien hoe as jy die produk vir enige ander land offer, hoe hulle sal dit nie met oop hande neem nie. Want al sê ons yes, daar's 'n wêreldbekerjaar, maar waar anderste sou kom ons sê die ouens wat tweede of derde beste by die Unie, waar anderste sou hulle gespeel het in hierdie paar weke wat af is om skerp te bly vir die URC, maar ook laat ons 'n produk kan uitbring wat redelik ek glo regtig met 'n hele hart gaan hoë kwaliteit rugby gespeel word in die Curriebeker. As jy vat nou die game, die Lions vandag of wanneer die Lions teen die WP speel byvoorbeeld. Ek meen die Stormers se coaching staff is daar. Die Stormers se tweede, derde beste ouens gaan speel in daai wedstryd, presies dieselfde met die Lions. So ek voel die gehalte van rugby gaan ongelooflik goed wees. En al is dit bietjie tight omdat dit World Cup jaar is, ek dink dis einde van die wêreld. Dit wat ons baat en kry uit die ding uit is baie meer as wat ons verloor.
Thank you. Manus, you can go ahead.
Yeah, if actually you don't mind me actually asking, I know there was no rumors on Wednesday, I think, that the Sevens want to loan York Penke. Actually, will he be on loan or is he 15s with no Sharks? Coach, please.
Yeah, I think the people who answer that question earn a lot more money than me. So I'm not privy to that. But we love Yao and we can keep him in the Currie Cup setup for long. It'll be great. If he gets an opportunity, that'll be great as well. So unfortunately, I'm not equipped or get paid enough to answer that question accurately for you, sir.
I understand. Thank you very much, sir.
Next question. If there's no further questions, Percival, go ahead.
I just want to ask Coach Joey, that first part of my question about hoe kry jy die balans reg tussen die verdediging en om nou deesdae alles reg te probeer kry in die hele span nou?
Ja, Percy, dankie. Goeie vraag. Ek dink dis deel seker van my development as afrigter ook. Daar is nie 'n one-man show nie. So ons het lank gevat om Philip Lemmer van die Lions af te kry hiernatoe. Ek en hy was saam in die Super Rugby finaal in 2018. Hy is 'n ongelooflike goeie sportscoach, so hy doen die scrums in die lyn staan en dan doen ook die wrestling goed van ons breakdown, so hy vat dit baie oor. Die hoofafrigter van ons onder 20 span, JP Peterson, ek dink hy is al klaar goeie coach, maar hy gaan ongelooflike hy gaan al die pad gaan met sy coaching so wat gedoen het soos 'n speler. Hy doen die backs en die attack ook. So ek wat is die woord? Ek lean baie op daai ouens om te help met die afdele wat ek nie meer 'n pro is in nie. So hulle help my ongelooflik baie. So dis 'n spanpoging regtig.
Thank you. With that, thank you very much, Joey, for your time. Thank you, media, for yours, and all the best, Joey.